हाँ श्योर One is the chair we have demanded, and the technical service. I think I will premium service. This is only trial version. Jai Shri Radha Mother ki. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Radha Yesterday was it long?
No, very short.
So we make it long. Exactly. You all staying here today, Prabhuji.
You are welcome, Prabhuji. You will stay as long as you wish. No rush.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
So just a short introduction. Thank you very much for coming today, like from far places, Neuss, Düsseldorf, Duisburg, Lindau, Frankfurt. Thank you very much. And also Hamburg. Yeah, Hamburg. Yeah. Thank you very much for coming. Today is the last day. Düsseldorf
It's not so far.
yeah.
We are locals.
Yes. So yeah, it's really our pleasure to host the concluding day of the Bhagavat Saptah. So we are meeting last 6 days in different places, starting in Neuss. Then the second day was in online. It was online and then in the temple. Yeah. And the third day we met in Duisburg. On Tuesday we met in Cologne, and then again Wednesday in Prabhuji's house in Duisburg. Yesterday in Prabhuji's house in Aachen, and today we are here. So it's very auspicious that it's the last day, and it is said that who attends the last day of Bhagavat Saptah, he gets the Falashruti of all the 7 days. Yeah, so if you're not attended last 6 days, don't worry. They attended today and you get the benefit of all the 7 days. And today we have our senior Vaishnava, Sudama Prabhuji. His name is Sudama Prabhuji. So thank you very much, Prabhuji, for organizing the Saptah and giving us opportunity to do something a little bit service. Yeah. Yeah, blessings of the grace of our Guru Maharaj, and he is one of the most favorite disciple of our Guru Maharaj. So, Guruji is engaged in the preaching service since I think 15 years now, and since last 5 years or 6 years, he is very active, and he started this Parivartan group now, which is called as the Pure Bliss Times. And he started this group with like maybe a handful of devotees that he knew, and now we have I think more than 50-60 devotee families, yeah, not individual members but devotee families who are part of the group, getting the benefit. Like Prabhuji conducts every Saturday a Bhagavat Katha in the morning, every Sunday there is a Bhagavad Gita, and every Thursday Srila Prabhupada Charitamrita. And he used to have Ramayana, which we finished after 4 years. So, yeah. And and then he started with the
I wouldn't put more than that.
So it's, I mean, he is into so much of service. He is conducting some or other activities, keeping all of us engaged and giving us opportunity to keep ourselves on the Krishna consciousness, keep us on the Bhakti Marga, and yeah, and helping us in every step. Yeah. So thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Eagerly waiting for the day that
Please.
I will take service.
Prabhuji, please. Somebody. You do or
You
somebody.
have an opportunity, Prabhuji.
Please sit down.
Uncle. Today we are very fortunate that we also have parents of Shri Prabhuji here.
Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Ramayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Sapadakamanam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Virupam Sagrajatam Sahana Raghunatham Tam Sajivam Sadhutam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Vadam Sahana Lalita Shri Vishakapanditamsya Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Name Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sanyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane Panchakalpatarabhyasya Kripa Sindhu Devacha Adilanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Parayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Name Gauratishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tattakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaurabhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Janmadhyasya yatanmayat pitaras Shartas Abhijnaswarat Tene Brahma Hridaya Kadikavaye Yantiya Suraya Tejo Varinadam Yatha Vimayo Yatra Tisargom Drisha Namna Svena Sada Yasta Kuvakam
Satyam param dhimahi. Dharma projita kaitavatra paramo nirmatsaranam satam. Etyam vastavam atravastu svadam tapatraya puranam. Srimad Bhagavate Mahamunikrute Kimva Vapre Ishvara Satyo Hidi Avarudhyate Tatra Kritivi Sushusri Tat Kshana Nikamakalpataro Galitam Palam Sukhamukham Amrita Travas Samyutam Vivada Bhagavatam Rasamadayam Bhuravo Rasika Bhuvi Bhavuka. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udhiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. I would like to also welcome you all for our praise. Harikatha. And as Ram Raghav already said, this is the 7th day of the Bhagavat Saptah. And taking this opportunity, I would like to thank everyone who have hosted till now. Yeah, I think it's possible only when you all have been hosted at every place. And all glories to all the hosts, whether it is Noyes, Arkham, Leesburg, Cologne, Leesburg, I think covered. And we are concluding our wonderful session of Bhagavat Saptah here in Bonn. And thank you very much, Ram Raghav Prabhu, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
For giving this opportunity. So if we take a little more time, is it okay, everyone? Or anyone have to rush after 2 hours? Because I think to do really justice to this Bhagavat Saptah, I think it's really good to give quality time to it. I think we have really put a lot of effort going everywhere and hearing the Katha. And it was a very nice story in itself. We see that there is the moment of Dakṣa Prajapati who was not so pleased by his son-in-law, Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, in spite of great personality, who has unlimited power, exalted position, but because he was living a very simple life, not even simple, it's kind of very, very difficult to understand the lifestyle of Lord Shiva. Why? Because he was a great devotee, Mahabhagavat. He is also one of the Mahajan. And it's very difficult for ordinary people to understand the glories of great people.
And Dakṣa was not happy. And not only that he was not happy, he became very angry. And out of anger, he cursed. And then there was counter cursing from Nandishwar. And from there, Bhrigu Muni cursed. That way, when everything was going into the room, yeah, Lord Shiva left the place because he thought the more he stayed, it is harmful for everyone there because they are going into committing more and more offenses. And then there was this next occasion of performing another yajna. And this time, Dakṣa Prajapati thought of explicitly not invite Lord Shiva but invite everyone. Of course, Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, they didn't go because they very well understand that Dakṣa was performing the yajna not only for he is not doing for the welfare of everyone, but just as a matter of ritual. Because after all, he considers that yajna is the best and this is what we can reach to Lord Vishnu. But he was not so keen to understand that Lord Vishnu, I think there is some delay, right?
Sometimes it is cut off.
Cut off, no? So we can have to continue speaking without break. Let's try. Not speaking, I just Hare Krishna. So when this was going on, Lord Shiva didn't have any problem when Dakṣa didn't invite, or even to the extent Lord Shiva didn't have any problem if Dakṣa has cursed. But there was another problem because his dear wife belongs to or connects herself to Dakṣa because Dakṣa was her father. Sati was saying that let's go very nicely dressed because see everyone is going there and it will be great time in this yajna that is being performed. We can meet. I can meet my sisters. I can meet my relatives and my father. But Lord Shiva said, but we don't have invite without invitation. How can we go? Sati said, why do we need invitation if we have to go to our own home? And then Lord Shiva says that one could go without invitation if one does not find faults in the guests. Anyway, there was a very deeper discussion that happened between Lord Shiva and Sati. And finally, Sati was in a dilemma what to do. Should I go? If I'm going, then it's not normal. It's kind of disrespecting husband. After all, husband has said that don't do this. But there was so much attachment. I can meet my 15 sisters at one shot. I don't have to go to every place. One place, everyone is present. And then we'll have after a long time, it's a nice opportunity. So Sati finally decided, let me go. After going there, she got to understand to what extent Dakṣa was blind. To what extent Dakṣa was thinking that he is great, that he became very hard-hearted. So much hard-hearted that he not only had developed the Vesha, towards Lord Shiva, but he also developed a lot of Dvesha towards his daughter, because when his dear most daughter comes home, he still didn't want to go and talk. Mother Sati didn't, Mother Sati didn't feel very sad. But as soon as when she saw that the obligations that were for to be meant for Lord Shiva were not there, she became very, very disturbed, very, very angry, and out of that anger, she started hating herself. She started hating herself not because she is bad, not because she made a mistake. She hated herself because she was born to Dakṣa. And who is disrespecting that great personality? Who is Lord Shiva? Who is equal to everyone? Who is all merciful? Who is the best benedictor? Who can give best blessings very easily pleased? So many. How can one be envious of such person? So it was Dakṣa who was envious. So she thought that I can't bear this. Just imagine if someone is burning out of this. What is this feeling called? Asahiness?
Unbearable.
Helpless. No. Dirty. Something that you don't like at all.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now we have to translate Hindi to English.
English to Hindi now.
It was so disgusting that she is born to Dakṣa. And that's why she didn't want to bear anymore, because her Lord is being disrespected. And of course, Lord Shiva already told all this would happen. And in spite of that, she did. So now, if she does go back, and plead, of course, Lord Shiva would have very easily forgiven, or wouldn't have taken it serious. But she felt, no, I did this disrespect. The solution for this is I give this body, especially because of connecting towards Dakṣa. That's why she left. And this created a big war. Why? Because as soon as Lord Shiva came to know that Sati is no more, then he sent Veerabhadra and Mahakali. And along with them, so many crores of ganas. So some had, all kinds of weapons. And they came and they destroyed everything. They destroyed everything. Why? Because Lord Shiva said that go and destroy everything and kill Dakṣa. So, after that, there is this, when Dakṣa head was cut, in great anger, Veerabhadra threw this in the fire. Then everything became quite disturbed all over. While the ghosts, while the ganas of Lord Shiva, Veerabhadra, everyone were very, very jubilant because they did what their master wanted. It's a great pride, right? We have a master, he has instructed something and we do it, and in a great style. You have a nice story, hero. So they were very happy, but the sages were disturbed because they know that how can the world function when there is no Prajapati? Just imagine if there is no Prime Minister. Everything will stop until we find the next Prime Minister or someone else. So when this is all happening and Dakṣa is no more there, who is going to perform the sacrifices? Because Krishna is very clearly saying that I am pleased to sacrifice, Yajña. So in that case, in that way, everyone approached Lord Brahma, and when everyone approached Lord Brahma said, see, it's nothing surprising. When we do something which is not according to the proper etiquette, not properly understood, and if it is just performed because it needs to be done. So in that way, if it is done, we may think after all, okay, we did it. But it also is important how we do it. And when we understand this, then only what benefit one gets is the complete fruit or result of what we do. So Lord Brahma said, I can't think anything else except going to Lord Shiva, and we all ask forgiveness. Oh Lord Shiva, I have done some very, very displeasing act by insulting you. Please pardon. And when the Lord is pleased, who can very easily be pleased, that is the only way. So after hearing this, all the devatas, they go to Kailash mountain, Kailash hill, and after going there, they see Lord Shiva, who is instructing various aspects of practicing devotional service to Narada Muni, to Kumaras there, and all others who are assembled there. And did we cover more than that? I think we covered yesterday mainly from here. The Lord Shiva is saying, after hearing that, I have no problem. Whatever has happened is only to do what? To punish. And punishment can be of two kinds. One is punishment of a conqueror towards the enemy. This is also we discussed in this kind of data review. And the other correction or punishment is the dealing of a father towards his son. So, and then we also heard that, okay, what after Lord Shiva is pleased, what arrangements he has suggested, that Dakṣa will get goat's head and Pusha has to eat. He'll be satisfied by eating when his disciples are eating, or he can only eat a dough made of chickpeas flour. So all these things, and who doesn't have arms, they will be working through the hands of Ashwini Kumaras. So those details. And then we also discussed yesterday a very important point about Sanatan Goswami initiating the Hare Krishna mantra to the poor Brahman, who became really rich because he got a touchstone, which has the power to change everything in the world, but it cannot change our heart into the real gold. We may have qualities pure like gold, but still it will not give us the ultimate result. The only thing that can give ultimate result is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Did we go forward after that, or that was the last one?
I think this story you concluded.
Yeah. So after this, Bhrigu Muni has invited Lord Shiva, can you please come and raise the Yajña sacrifice? And the demigods accompanied with sages, Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, all went to the place where the sacrifice was happening. And there is a saying, Prabhupada mentioned that Shiva Hina Yajña. Any sacrifice without the presence of Lord Shiva is sacred. Lord Vishnu is Yajñeshwara. At the same time, we see that it is necessary that all the demigods are present to take their share as part of the Yajña. So this is part of the ritual of how to perform the Yajña. And then and after everything was executed exactly directed by Lord Shiva, Lord Shiva said that okay, Dakṣa's body was to be joined with the goat's head. So in that way, whatever now what Lord Shiva will tell, everyone will follow, right? Otherwise, everyone knows there what will happen. Otherwise, we don't know when again the call goes to Virabhadra and then you know what will happen. So all the sages who were present there, they didn't question, hey, why goat head? They don't know what will happen for their heads. So whatever he asked, that was done. And then when the animal's head was fixed on the body of King Dakṣa, Dakṣa was immediately brought to consciousness. Yeah, this is also we were discussing little. After he got the head, he became conscious. When Lord Shiva is asking, hey, Virabhadra, get me the body. He saw it. He threw the body near Lord Shiva. And then he asked, where is the head? He said, there is no head. It is already thrown in the fire. And this is in the Shiva that is mentioned. So Dakṣa was killed and his head was taken away and then thrown in the burnt in the ashes. So after this, Dakṣa came to the consciousness, and after he came to consciousness, it was just like as if someone is in a dream or sleep where he gets up. Immediately we are ready. Okay, today I have to do this. I have to go to groceries. I have to go to shop, school or college. Just as soon as when Dakṣa was connected and got consciousness, it was as if like he is not having the consciousness of both. Now, usually we may think, okay, because of this, but he had the consciousness of himself. The arrangement by the Lord is so nice that if a person's consciousness is turned into Krishna consciousness, there is no doubt that in his next life he will be a great devotee of Krishna, even if he is offered a different type of body. If you really want to see, of course, who would like to have a body of a dog or a cat? We don't like it. But if we see that, okay, devotee is happy to go even to hell if there is katha, if there is kirtan, if there is preaching program that is going on. No, it's something like it doesn't matter whether we do katha in Bonn or in Cologne. I think we are doing the same thing, right? Wherever we are doing kirtan, we are doing katha, we are doing prasad, we are doing nice time. So the devotee is not being, no, there is no proper facilities somewhere. It is even, you see that devotees go into the streets, whatever now very comfortably we are sitting, there is nice arrangements, everything for talking. The devotees go even into the streets in the midst of the world that we think is not for us. There are bombs, there are, one can see, when someone knows, he's Prabhupada disciple. Yeah, when he was in Kazakhstan or somewhere, Uzbekistan, I don't know, there was this bombs that were going, he could see, and never know which bomb can land on the building where he was. But still he was taking the books, taking the message. In the midst of the war, he was going and preaching. Just I'm giving an example. Otherwise, you may think that is it not only poetic to tell that way devotees are ready to go to hellish conditions or hell? Devotees really do it. Even we have come across that during this war between Russia and Ukraine, we see how devotees are still going to that places where there is no electricity, no water, and the people who are going are not Ukraine lovers. It's not because hey, it's my country, my people. No, they see the people who go are from the UK, who have all the facilities, who have everything. They don't have any connection with Ukraine people. They go there, why? They can open mobile cooking and prasad service facility. And there was so much demand that people say, hey, we are very fortunate, can keep coming. The people used to distribute prasad in one place. After a few days, they were moving to other camp, a different place. So in that way, they were very eager to serve everyone, so that everyone gets the opportunity. We never know what may happen next day, but the opportunity of eating at least once prasadam, hearing once the katha, how important it is. For that matter, there are so many people who can sacrifice their life. So coming back to what Prabhupada is saying, that if there is a goat head, doesn't matter. What important is having glorified the great personalities. That's what we see today. At the time when Dakṣa saw Lord Shiva who rides on the bull, upon a bull, his heart, which was polluted by envy of Lord Shiva, was immediately cleansed, just as the water in a lake is cleansed by autumn rains. This is another very important point, that how we all want prosperity, right? As soon as the new year is coming, what are we wishing? Wish you a happy and prosperous new year. How to get this prosperity? This is what we see here. As soon as Dakṣa, when he now, after realizing whatever, he saw Lord Shiva now with the proper vision. And then his heart got cleansed. His heart is immediately cleansed. And simply, if anyone sees Lord Shiva with devotion and reverence, his heart will be cleansed. So this is what? Although Dakṣa's heart was impure because of having slandered Lord Shiva, because of punishment, no, that vision should be there, not to see. How to get that vision? Punishment. We like it, or is it cruel? Is it really cruel that Lord Shiva really killed? Come on, he should have just bet in months. Rishabh, you wrote down this question. For this small thing, how can he be killed? I know you have this question. You want to know the answer? You said.
Thank you.
I will not answer. No, it appears like that, right? How can he be killed? For us, it might look very small because we are also able to feel ourselves some dakshinas. For us, it is okay. Otherwise, what will happen to us? So we were thinking, okay, for Dakṣa, he should have been punished, but not so severely that this whole thing is happening. After taking away life, what is the purpose of punishing? There is no chance for realizing, right? If you are put in a jail for lifelong, then you are feeling always, hey, what is this happening? And then you feel like, I did a big mistake, I want to escape. But here, just straight away killed. We need to.
Sorry. When in between you said, Prabhu, that when his head was chopped and now Shiva wants to put the goat head. And then you said the consciousness now revived again. So where was the consciousness the time when his head was it still in the
It
body?
was still the same. The consciousness was still there.
So it just was waiting for complete installation.
Yeah.
So the soul was already inside the heart of the body.
So not
The
less.
consciousness is there. And we also know, I mean, I didn't see any references here, but how I could understand this is that we know that there are so many ways, like if you take about Sukracharya, he knows how to bring back people back to life. It's not like, okay, such a difficult thing in those days. For us, we know how much struggle we have to do. From the heart with all electricity, shocks, and all those things to revive. Sanjeevani. And then there is also in Shivapuran we come across the Rishi was instructed about what is this? Yeah, in the case of Kusha and the Rishi was instructed by Sukracharya, what is this mantra? Mrityunjaya mantra. So by reciting Mrityunjaya mantra, what is the benefit mantra? So because we don't have the art of learning the mantras and using the mantras properly, we still don't have appetite. Not only this Mrityunjaya mantra, even Hare Krishna mantra, if someone is telling me, what is it? It's only 3 names, Hare Krishna, Rama. What is that? Maybe there is some nice melody people are singing, or maybe there is some music that is coming. I don't think more than that in this mantra. What is so special? Even if it is like that, if you try for 1 month, 2 months, you will see really what changes. Why? Because if we sincerely, at least when we come to Nama verse, at least when we do chanting that, hoping for cleanliness in our heart, then it will start manifesting the potential. But other than just licking the honey bottle from outside, we will not get it. So, I don't know if I answered your question still. What was the question?
My question was
Consciousness.
yeah, where was it when the body was
So, did it answer?
yeah.
Yeah. So Dakṣa came to consciousness, and after he came conscious, he saw Lord Shiva, and then he wanted to offer prayers to Lord Shiva. But because he could recollect what happened to his daughter, he could not speak a word. Because until now, before when this incident happened, what was happening? Everything was, oh, this, yeah, I hate my son-in-law. And she's connected to him, so he was hating her also. But now he came to senses, and then he could not. Like I said, that his eyes filled with tears and his voice choked, and he could not say anything. I have this, not experience, I have the similar example when Narada Muni was asked by Valmiki, tell me about that greatest personality on the earth whose glories are the best. For us, it was a nice question and answer could be straightforward. But as soon as this question came, Narada went into trance because he started recollecting the glories of Lord Ram. And after quite some time, then he composed himself, and then when he got his composure back, then he could speak. So, when we have such a deeper absorption in what it is, then I hope maybe such symptoms won't look like too much superficial or artificial. So, Dakṣa, afflicted by love and affection, was very much awakened to his real senses. And he pacified himself, checked his feelings, and with pure consciousness, he offered prayers to Lord Shiva. This is what happens, right? In our life also, sometimes we do not appreciate the greatness of someone, and we may deal with them very casually, and we may even go to the extent that we start hating the person. And if you don't really reflect, are we really hating the person, or we are really hating the feelings of the person? punishment, big punishment. What do you want? Nothing.
I mean,
It's not what is punished enough.
I was already punished enough. Now I don't.
You don't like punishments. Madhu Prabhu,
Same thing.
you don't like punishments?
Not anymore.
Only some brave hearts like punishments because they think that there is a scope for improvement. And lazy hearts, they think that okay, enough.
It's
No.
not anymore punishment, right? It's a part of life. So
Yeah.
no more punishment.
See, very elevated answer, right? So whatever is happening,
Without punishment, life was like meaningless, like without any.
any excitement,
Yeah.
any achievement. What do you say on this? You like punishments? But what happens when they come?
Then I have to face it. I don't have any other option.
And what will happen after you face it?
I will be more strong.
Yes? And we like it, right?
I mean, I don't like it, but then I do not have any option. I have to accept it.
So if you're so if you're improving, you don't like it.
I mean, not with the word of punishment.
Okay. I mean, wording is different thing, but activity. So if something is happening for our good, we like it, right? Very
Yeah,
simple.
definitely.
So if we become strong, it's nice.
Yeah.
Right? Is it better?
The better.
What is it? Anyone else? Who do not like?
For a long time, if you face only good things, you become lazy. So if you wanted to be active, be something.
If we really introspect, why are we actually here? It is only because to seek punishment. I mean, whether we accept or not, we are here only because we have done something which is not we should have done, and that's why we are here. Yeah, but then how to really confirm this understanding? That it looks like a very philosophical. We know that people are in heavenly planets enjoying all comforts. Why are we not there? Why are we not there? Or okay, maybe I don't know. Heaven is there or not, I don't care. Let's not bring heaven into the topic. Okay, let's talk about. We have come from different parts of the world, and we are now in Germany. Isn't it? Is it just that someone has thrown us here, or did we really try and came here? I don't like Germany, but still I came there. Some people, after coming, what do you do? So at least we should understand that it's something that I did something due to which I have come here. Whether it's if someone has just married, they didn't want to come because their husband has come here. At least marriage happened. Or if someone, kids, I didn't want to be here. Yeah, they are born here. They are here. It appears as if like I didn't do it, but it's actually we did it. No? What do you say? No?
You mentioned in one of the lectures that demigods wanted to take birth on earth. So many people were demigods. It's just that they're sitting like men.
Yeah, but why even demigods want to take birth on earth? Because they want purification. They want to achieve success, ultimate goal of life here. So whether some are like them, some are like this Prabhu who want punishment, because they understand the value of punishment. It is so nice that if you are so smart that there is no punishment, still if you can advance, that's also nice. It's really nice. Now we don't want punishment. Ideally speaking, we don't want punishment. We want the right knowledge so that we do not make mistake. But if we make mistake, then punishment also is helping us. Because otherwise we will never know what mistake we made. Huh? Just like a thief, he keeps on stealing and stealing and stealing. If there is no one who is punishing him, he thinks that he is hero. Whatever he does is perfect. Huh?
I guess more punishments will become more stronger.
Yeah, but the problem is more punishment make us feel so much like, oh, is there no limit for this? When will the day come when I can really enjoy? I don't want punishments.
It depends on a category, different kinds of
All.
person. How it is.
Yes. Anyway, I think that is not the main, just a food for thought for us for any other session. So Lord Shiva, here Dakṣa is saying that, okay, you have cast your wonderful mercy upon me that you have punished instead of not punished. Now sometimes people think that, no, if I punish, it will be very harsh, very hard. And then here we have to understand who can punish. Of course, that itself is a different topic. Because then we can say, hey, I want to punish you. I know that what you made, but what is my authority to punish you? Otherwise, everyone will think that I can punish you, huh? Or who are you to punish me? So there should be proper understanding who can punish. And here, Dakṣa realized that Lord Shiva's position. So in that way, here Lord has punished so that we come to our senses. The same thing, just like when we get shocked, then we come to our sense sometimes, right? Otherwise, we think, okay, nice. Like we were discussing the other day about alarm, right? If there is no alarm is if it's not, then we sleep till what time?
6:50.
I don't know. It's going to work longer.
Morning or evening?
The winter is very deep. So, such kind of alerts can help us. And if such alerts do not help us, I mean, we are going slowly towards this. First thing is knowledge through which we want to act. If that doesn't work, there will be alarms. And if we do not react even for alarm, then there will be punishments. Yeah, warning and then finally punishment. Manum, yeah, we get manum. Then if you don't care, yeah, manum, it's my friend. Then we will have to suffer with the real punishment. Even our body, if you do not take proper care, it will give some warnings. And if we still think, hey, I don't mind, then it will punish. And then we have some kind of disease or some kind of sickness or whatever. So, in a way, punishments can be still taken in a positive mode, not so bad that, okay, I am made low or doesn't look nice. So, here Dakṣa is saying, my dear, great and powerful Lord Shiva, you were created first. And then for what? He is saying, as a protector of Brahmanas, you always protect the regulative principles they follow. And now the example given is very nice. Whatever I was giving, maybe could just fill the time. The example given is just as a cowherd boy keeps a stick in his hand to give protection to the cows. Some cows, as soon as they see the stick, they will just come in the line. Have you seen that? When so many cows are going, we see how strong can a cowherd boy look like? He's not so strong, right? But stick is so strong. What is the stick? Punishment. Just seeing the stick, the rod here said, the stick in his hand to give protection to the cows. Ultimately, cows are being protected. It's not like they are being punished, lashed, because usually we have what are these type of people called? Psychopathic? Psychosomatic disorders?
Psychopaths.
Psychopath. No, I'm looking for these people who are very happy to see others crying. Psychopath? वहाँ पे भी पति है, पति नहीं है. Oh,
Okay, we can change it.
we can change psychopathy. You don't have anyone, no problem for us. हाँ? पहले माइक पे बात करो. रिकॉर्डिंग क्यों हो रहा है? बाद में नहीं बोल सकता, मैंने नहीं बोल सकता. So, yeah, the point is that the stick is alerting the cow that if you go away from the path, yeah, in those days, I mean, we talk about in Vrindavan, this is the example. You see that, yeah, there are in the forest not just only buildings. No, nowadays in the forest we have buildings. Or what do you call this? Resorts, farmhouses. In those days, they were only janwar, tigers. So, when the cows are brought for grazing, yeah, the safety was in charge to this gopas, and how they were trained to hold a spear. Another example, again, it will take little time. Is another example is about, we know how the elephants are with kusa. No kusha. I don't have kusha, but still it will not work. You know the elephant is very strong. But if the elephant leg is tied to a pole of this size, of this height, it will still stay. It will not break it. And we know that it can break the walls, it can do everything, but it will not. Why? Because it is being conditioned from when it is small. That, see, this is very strong for you, very strong for you, very strong for you. As it's being growing, it always feels that it is very strong. No, this is reality. So we may see that that's kind of conditional. But just imagine if this elephant is released freely, it can, we know what will happen. It can break everything. And then, as you said, this stick is there to control. Such a big elephant with a small stick. Now we get a little more closer to ourselves. We know rudder. Yeah. We know that ship. There's a huge ship which, yeah, I think, I don't know how many meters it could be. Very, very long ship. And when this ship is going, and if it has to turn left or right, there will be just a small steering. It's called rudder. It's not that because the ship is so big, then this steering is also too big. It's just small thing, it can be controlled. When the ship is going in the wrong direction, change it, it will go. So punishment, I mean that is not the main topic of the day, but you like it? As we can discuss later. You like it, no?
It's beneficial.
Yes. Perfect. Yeah, that's the beauty. When we have the intelligence, when we have the knowledge, then we understand that these punishments that are coming are not really to torture us or actually transform us for good. But we only need to know, we have to understand the motive of a person. Is he really a psycho, what do you call pati? Is he a psychopath? Or is he really a compassionate personality like Lord Shiva? Yes, so.
Prove whether the punishment is coming from, I mean, in material world, whether it's coming from a psychopath or from a guru. I mean, behind both, you can see the Lord. Like, behind both, you can see that Lord is using that tool to punish you, whether it's via a psychopath person or via your guru or someone. So, I mean, it's understanding that punishment is good for you. I mean, that's something very nice. But how to what is the art to accept that when you're going through the pain, suffering of that punishment, to really accept it. Okay.
I think we'll come to that in few verses. Now we are understanding the Yajña Siddhanta. We talk about this is called argumentum and faculum. What is that? Unless there is a rod, they do not obey. Unless there is force, people don't change. This is what I was saying. I want that free will to be taken away. That force should be there. Yesterday we were discussing. Yeah. We can try. Force is required for whom? Now we talk about for animalistic class of men. Whereas those who are advanced and convinced by reasoning, arguments, and spiritual authorities, they don't need. Because they know what is right, what is wrong. Only the stick is required, only this fear is required. Because without fear, just like if someone is saying that, oh no, I want to put the hand in the fire. As you said, knowing whether you do it or you don't do it, it will burn. Right? And how to accept it as mercy, we will come to that. Persons who are simply attached to Vedic rituals without further advancement of devotion service. This is very important. We are talking about Dakṣa. Dakṣa, why he was punished. Though he is a Brahman, though he is a scholar, though he is the head of all the Prajapatis. Why? What was the problem? Though he was performing Yajña, what was he doing? Persons who are simply attached to Vedic rituals. Yeah, mujhe karna hai. As it is followed. Without further advancement of devotional service. Because ultimately we are doing this to understand what I am serving you, the Lord. I want to serve you like this. I want to serve. Whether devotional service is not there, but just okay, mera paap, sab clean ho jaye. All the sins are cleansed. Or I want to become very prosperous. I want to get a name, fame, whatever. All these things. If it is not for devotional service, if it is not bhakti, if you do not understand the greatness of the Lord and our goal to serve the Lord, if you don't understand this, that is to be punished. And then why? Because then the person is becoming animalistic. And because the person is animalistic, the Lord, we are talking about psychopath, right? We are talking about Pashupati now. Pashupati, the Lord who punishes the animals and animal-like people. Why? So that they can come to the platform of appreciating human life. Yeah. Because otherwise we think, hey, death will anyway come, let me face it. What can we face? It will anyway come. Whatever we do, death is there. Why should I do all this things? Let me enjoy it. Enjoy life now. बाद में देखते हैं अभी एंजॉय करना है फुर्सत अभी मिला है मुझे बाद में जब अन्नम गलितम फलितम मुंडम दशनवीनम जातो कुंडम बुद्धो यापि दुरुत्पादकम तदपि न मुंचति आशापीडम. Dakṣa is very clearly saying we are thinking that we will pass this bhakti now for 50 years later or I don't know later stage of life. At that time the body is gone. What is the now itself? We see that the muscles are very loose. We may have fat, no muscle. Just we see that a candle. Candle, if it's new, we see very nice, right? Polished and smooth and shiny. After you use for some time, all the wax start coming, and you feel like, what is this? So our body and limbs will become loose. Angam Galitam, Paritam Mundam, Dashanavihinam, Jatav Tundam. We see that, okay, now we have opportunity to eat prasad. Of course, we can eat anything now, but at least now we have opportunity to eat prasad. If you think after 60 years I will do bhakti, when there is no teeth, what will you do? Vruddhoyapi gurutva dandam. When we become old, what is that? Now we have 2 legs. Come on, as we get experience, we should have more, na? We'll take third leg. The third leg is stick. Vruddho yapi durudpa dandam. So, which means the person has literally the body is not in such a fitful state that he can do anything more. But Shankaracharya is saying, Tadapi na munchati ashapin. In spite of a body which is fit for nothing, fit for something but nothing, still the desire will be there. The desires will be there. Very important, we need to know what desires to be to shape up, because the dream that we have will shape our future, right? If you want to have a double BHK, you will work hard for double BHK. If you want a bungalow, is it? No. After 50 years, I do. After 50 years, I do. Let me first work very hard, very hard. What is there then later? No time to enjoy. Isn't it? You may think, no, okay. Afterwards, let me first make a lot of money. When we cannot enjoy now, what is the guarantee that we can enjoy after 5 years? Who can give guarantee? No one can give guarantee. Why? Because death can come at any moment. Okay? Yeah. If you are fortunate, Yamadutas will come. If you are not fortunate, the black beauties will come with their duty to take us to hell. And then what to do? Yeah, they are very beautiful. That's what the black beauties.
You're fortunate to Yamadutas will come.
No. You want them?
Vishnu Dutas. I think Vishnu Dutas.
I did say that.
प्रभु जी ने थोड़ा जोर जोर से बोल दी तो क्या हो गया?
तो क्या हुआ?
Whatever Prabhu says right.
No, I know, yeah.
अब तो जब दूध ही आएगा हमारे.
Did I say that?
Yeah. Oh, but if you said it, it's okay.
Right?
Let the Yamdut come.
Right.
He will take us to Vaka.
Anyway, sorry. Back to the point is that what we dream, we get it. Of course, when I'm saying what we dream, it also means what we put in. It's not dreaming means, okay, Aksha Moga, very nice opportunity to sleep for many hours. Because Prabhu is saying dream, so I can dream for hours. No pressure. And now, another important, I think all these are so nice. I mean, I'm taking time, but these are so nice. Dakṣa is saying, I do not know your full glories. For this reason, I throw arrows of sharp words at you in the open assembly. When we don't know the greatness of a person, we just kind of take it very casual and we could even cross the line. Yeah. But then, punishment is needed for my obedience. So you have done that. So I'm really so thankful for your mercy that you have punished me so that I can become obedient. I think so nice that we can correlate ourselves. So now that because I am incapable to glorify you. Yeah, I mean, in day 4 or 5, we had nice glorification sessions, right? All of us were coming struggling. Everything is in the heart. How to put it best? This is nice way. Hey, you're all merciful. You know my heart. Feel glorified. So thinking His grace in that way, devotee always, this was your question now, we go into it. Sometimes a father punishes his child, and when the child is grown up and comes to his senses, he understands that father's punishment was not actually punishment, but mercy. Of course, someone may think that no, it's his duty. Na? Array, when father is doing his duty, why are the children not following? So it's not his duty, it's actually his mercy. No, it's not his responsibility, that's why he is always punishing. No? That's what is called number. And here Radharani, this is actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying this. And Radharani, I mean, Vishaka is coming, Vishaka or Lalita is coming. Why are you going behind Krishna, who is a Lampad? Huh? See, you are thinking that you are the queen of Lord Krishna, but he goes to all the gopis and Radharani says, he is my Lord. However he deal, still he is my Lord. If he is going, still he is my Lord. If he is with me, still he is my Lord. So that is the level of a devotee. He thinks I would have been punished or put into more dangerous condition of life due to my past misdeeds, but the Lord has protected me. Yesterday we were discussing, na? Even when the dust is falling, breathing weights too heavy. And for the devotees, when a stone or a hill falls, he would say, thank you, Lord. I deserve it more. You made it small. Thereafter, in order to resume the activities of sacrifice, the Brahmanas first arranged to purify the sacrificial arena. And here again, it's nice to come to this point where now everything is Shanti. But the place is not purified because that's the place where the animal was cut. And we know that a place where the animal is killed is not considered clean. Why? And this also confirms the understanding that animal killing is not at all encouraged. Now, one may think, hey, there is a Narabali or a Gobali or a Goat Bali, I don't know. They simply take and cut the head and then they will feast. As we discussed, what is the purpose? To check how qualitatively one can pronounce the Vedic mantras, and with that mantras one has to bring back the life of the animal which has been sacrificed. Only if one has that power, then they can perform the yajna. Otherwise, killing animals is not at all means for eating meat. So the place is not clean. So therefore the infection that has created was to be first purified by the method of offering Purodasha oblation. So there is a process of how to make the things clean. So that was the plan. Now the Brahmanas who were present, they want to do this. And a Vishnu Yajña or an offering to Lord Vishnu cannot be performed uncleanly. To offer anything in an unclean state is called what? For all the real devotees, it is called seva. Yeah. This should help us to remind that how clean we should be in our service. We cannot simply say, okay, Lord Shiva is our role model, and okay, no, he is very pure, but only thing we cannot see because we are impure. And because we are not able to see, if you think that, okay, let's compromise our standards. Here it says that it's a seva aparad. The worship of Lord Vishnu's deity in the temple is called Vishnu Yajña. All the Vishnu temples, therefore, the priest who takes care of Archana Vedi must be very clean. Everything should be always kept neat and clean, and the foodstuffs should be prepared in a neat and clean manner. So it's not just because it's people's opinion to have a very cleanliness, because I want to keep it clean. No, it is a need. It is one of the requirements so that we can please the Lord in the service. Otherwise, what we are doing? An aparad, seva aparad. And all these are explained in the Nectar of Devotion. And in this way, Maitreya is telling to Vidra, as soon as the king Dakṣa offered the clarified butter with Yajurveda mantra in sacrificial meditation, Lord Vishnu appeared there in his original form as Narayan.
Haribol.
Jai. I am just trying to. Do we have this photo? Fourth Ganda book?
Yes, sir.
And in the back, what is the photo? There should be a Narayan form. I don't know if it is Dakṣa Yajña. No.
Maybe inside.
Anyway, someone has the flyer that I have shared. The Lord here, Narayan, has 8 arms. That's the reason I was just trying to ask. No, 7. 7? It's not there. Yes. So, yes, exactly that one. That is, I can circulate. That shows that the Lord has 8 arms. Usually, Vishnu has 4 arms. Yes. But why I'm stressing this is, I was seeing some photo when I was looking for many of the I saw 8 arms. I thought definitely there should be a reference. That's what we find in the Bhagavat. It's not like, okay, imagination, 8 arms. Durga Devi ko 8 are there, so the Lord, they made, it's 8 arms, and it is described what the Lord holds. Tadasvaprabhayate Jyotaya Visho Dasha. I'll just explain the. You can also go through this. So, Muslim Tejas Upanitas Takshena Sota Vajina. So the Lord is, just because this yajna is performed now, he is happy. When Dakṣa was performed before yajna, Lord Vishnu didn't come or Lord Brahma didn't come. But now, because everything is performed properly with the right consciousness, Lord Vishnu appeared. This is another very important. It is not that what ingredients I have. It is important, and also not what purity is there. It's all about what consciousness also is there. When all these things are there, then the yajna is successful. Shamo hiranyarasano arka kirita justo Nilalaka Brahmara Mandita Kundalasya Kenkapcha Jakrasara Shava Gadasi Sharma Vyagre Krenmaya Bhujayat Iva Karnikara. So his complexion was blackish, his garment yellow like gold, and his helmet as dazzling as sun. His hair was bluish, the color of black beans, and his face was decorated with earrings. His 8 hands held conch shell, wheel, club, lotus flower. This is what we know, the 4. Shankar, Chakra, Gada, Padma. And then the remaining are arrow, bow, shield and sword. And they were decorated with golden ornaments such as badges and bracelets. His whole body resembled a blossoming tree, beautifully decorated with various kinds of flowers. If you see this whole Dakṣa Yajña, where we have gone through a big katha. But what happens is, as soon as the face of Lord Vishnu, one sees, it is said the life is successful. They forget all what has happened, what disaster took place, everything. As soon as they saw the personification of Lord Narayan with his 800 form, and this is what a devotee is always absorbed. He is not so kind of thinking, okay, what is my goal in this world? I should have a status or position. As soon as when darshan of the Lord is so nice, beautiful, then his heart changes. And the same, Lord Vishnu looked extraordinarily beautiful because the goddess of fortune and a garland were situated on his chest. His face was beautifully decorated with a smiling attitude, which can captivate the entire world, especially the devotees. Fans of white hair appeared on both sides of Lord like white swans, and the white canopy overhead looked like the moon. I think that was the painting, right? That describes the swans were there and the 8 hands. And then what happened? As soon as the Lord appeared, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and Gandharvas all present there immediately offered the respect, falling down straight before him. And then, and here, this they are glorifying now Lord Vishnu. Here saying, Apya Gavag, Apya Arvag, Vrittayo Yasya, Mahitva, Atma Bhu, Adaya, Yadamati, Rinanti Sma, Kritanugraha Vigraham. So here we see that the Lord is glorified as Kritanugraha Vigraham. Kritanugraha means mercy. So they're saying, hey, Lord, you appeared, you are the one who is most auspicious to grant all mercy upon us. And in this reference, there is come this Sevan Mukhi. I think we were struggling how to glorify the Lord, right? Even how to glorify the people was difficult. It is said that to get that capacity, this is possible only by Sevan Mukhi. Because all the personalities who were there were serving the Lord. That's why they had the capacity to glorify the Lord. If at all we want to glorify the Lord, what we should do? We should know about the person. The more and more we know about the person, the more we can glorify the person. How to know about the person? Are you going to just watch him on what is this program called? Big Brother. Big Boss. Big Boss. Some person, TV cameras are there and you just watching. No. By serving, you understand him. Isn't it? You have a friend, when you talk to him or her, then you know what pleases him or her, and then you can arrange a gift accordingly, and then the person is pleased. Isn't it? So Sevan Mukhe, this capacity is increased by the service spirit. Sevan Mukhe hi Jihvadau means that the service of the Lord begins in the tongue. Now we talk about the importance of tongue. We very well know that tongue is a blessing, right? Otherwise, how can we taste the food? Without the tongue, we can't appreciate the taste. What taste I am talking? No, come on. Exhausted. Yeah, I'm not at that platform. Taste of. We engage our tongue in what? Chit chat. Not only good, not only that chat.
Gossip.
Chit chat, gossips. Prajalpa. And great. So this tongue can give a taste of a different level, not only just food. It can give the taste of something that goes more deeper into our tongue. Sweet words. Yeah. It is a means of our communication, right? Just imagine there is no tongue. Can we talk to anyone? Then nothing can understand. It's the tongue through which we are able to get taste of our life. And now just imagine this tongue, which is such a valuable thing, if we are not using properly. It is something like someone has given you a blank check to take anything, whatever you want, you can write the amount and you can get. And then what will we put? €1 only. It's a blank check, but how much are we taking from it? Only €1. How misfortunate we are. No? This tongue which is given that can do a lot. Just like I was telling, this whole ship is turned with what? This rudder, the small disc or the ring. The whole body can be transformed in for good or for bad only with the tongue. When we don't abuse others, when we use our tongue properly, then it helps us. When we don't eat something that is not good for us, because just because of taste only we eat, right? It's not that I want to fill my stomach, that's why I'm eating. Because it's tasty, that's why I'm eating. It's not that because this eating gives me a lot of nourishment, it gives more taste. If we just remove that taste, we know these people who go through this, what is this, cancer people? Chemotherapy. When they take any food, it looks like they're eating steel rods.
What?
No taste, it tastes like a steel, metal. This is what I heard. No taste. They think, hey, what is the purpose of this life? There is no taste. If we really want to have the taste, we have to see how to engage our tongue properly. Sevan Mukhe. What is that seva? We are serving our body through what? By using our tongue to talk properly, to eat properly. And because we are serving like that ourselves, then we improve and then we can serve the Lord properly. So the tongue is considered the most uncontrollable sense because it hankers for so many unwholesome eatables, thereby forcing the living entity into dungeons of mental condition life. So this, when we control our tongue, then there is no problem. Then we can go on. There is no limit to glorify the Lord. As you were referring to this pragalpa, at the moment we are using the tongue for our own glorification. For that we find great words. But when it comes to glorifying others or the Lord, then we struggle. Why? Because we don't have the taste for it. But when we serve them, the taste will come. When the taste will come, then there is no limit. We can keep on writing books about someone. Right? Don't we see? Someone, if someone is our role model, we can write here, he has done such a great thing that even if you would have, even he may not know, but the person who appreciated it, he will always glorify. And then the priests, and there is of course the list of all. Now there are devatas, priests, Brahma, Lord Shiva. Everyone glorifies Lord Vishnu. Of course, each of such glorification we can take and discuss for many hours. But I just go through very quickly and save some time for later. So Dakṣa is glorifying. You are the pure and situated in your spiritual abode, Swadhamni. You are transcendental to all speculative positions, completely spiritual, one without a second, fearless, unaffected by Maya. Though situated in her as a Purushavata, you are self-sufficient. You are Atma Tantra. Let me read a couple of and then we'll talk. And then Lord Shiva is also praying Vishnu. And he is saying, Tava Varada Varangrava Asi Seha Khilarte Hi Api Munibhir Asakte Adhare Na Arhaniya Yadi Rachita Diyam Mavidya Loko Pavidham Japati Na Ganaye Tat Tvat Pranagrahaya. So this is the glorification that is offered by Lord Shiva to Vishnu. And what does it mean is that, my dear Lord, my mind and consciousness are always fixed on your lotus feet. This is very, very important message for us if you want to be happy. I don't know. How many of us want to be happy? This is a secret. I would say this is the crux of everything. Of the whole Katha, this would be the crux. If you want, you can write the verse number 29. 4729. Here it's saying, my mind and consciousness are always fixed on your lotus feet, which as a source of all benediction and the fulfillment of desires, are worshipped by all liberated great sages, because your lotus feet are worthy of worship. Until here, it's okay. Yeah, it's glorification. But now comes the point. With my mind fixed on your lotus feet, what will I get? That is what Lord Shiva is saying. If we fix our mind at the lotus feet of the Lord, I am no longer disturbed by persons who blaspheme me. तुम्हारा काम तुम देखो, मेरा काम मैं देखता हूँ. When can we come? Lord Shiva is saying that with my mind fixed at your lotus feet, I am no longer disturbed by persons who blaspheme me, claiming that my activities are not purified. If someone is saying, because I know that I am your devotee, I don't care. I do not mind their accusations and I excuse them out of compassion, just as you exhibit compassion toward all living entities. Someone was asking about anger management tips, right? This can be a very nice one. How many are suffering with anger? Angry? I'm very happy. How to control anger is when we get anger, when we become angry, what we should do? Take japa and do japa. No, I'm not joking. Mind can also be good. See, he's telling the things. He has experience. No, this really works.
You will divert your mind.
No, we are not talking about psychological treatments. It's not like, okay, you start looking that burning candle. No, just to divert mind is not the goal. We have to do something so that is done. At the same time, we get the best result. Because if you go to Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there is, what is this yoga called? I forgot the name. Yeah, but I think it's called Rachel. I'm not getting the right word. You turn on the light, you put a candle, and you will see this candle light without blinking your eye. I think there are some yoga yoginis here, so you can help. But with that, one says that you will improve concentration. And when you improve concentration, you come to a samadhi state that even if someone troubles you, you will not worry. But after this body, what about next body? There is a Sukruti. We can only get relief from this in this moment. It is something like your best friend has been troubling you in your country. You escaped and came here. I became your best friend again and trouble you. You have diverted, no? What happened? So here is a secret. Lord Shiva is saying that I meditated to lotus feet. And because of that, what is the benefit I am getting? Even if someone do not understand me, I don't have a problem. Because Lord, you know who I am. That is the confidence that we should have. When we become devotee, we should have that confidence that yes, I am your devotee. No? So, from this statement, it is understood that as long as one is on the material platform, this is what diversion will not work. Why? Because as long as one is on the material platform, one is affected by the three modes of material nature. So it will always be there. As soon as you are negligent even for a moment, it will catch you and keep you again. No? How long can we be so active, alert? Here it says, as soon as one is in Krishna consciousness, however, one is no longer affected by such material activities. One should therefore always be fixed in Krishna consciousness, but in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. And then by doing that, we are not affected by action and reaction. Action will be there, reaction will be there, but we will not be affected. Whatever we have done in the past, the result will come as a reaction, but we are not worried. I'll speed up little before everyone goes. Because this was just a bit as it is.
If someone worships Lord Shiva, like the followers of Lord Shiva, do the reactions of the past action, are they also reduced or cut short, or is it?
The mercy of the Lord, right? So we just see how Lord Shiva has Dakṣa. Because Lord Shiva is so merciful that he favors people who are dull-headed and sharp-headed like you. So he knows what to do. Yeah? And in terms of what will happen for the karma that is they have performed. Yeah? They are not ordinary personalities, they are still busy. We come to the conclusion where we understand the great position of the Lord Shiva. Of course, that means that he can do. So Prabhu is saying that, my dear Lord, all living entities beginning from highest, namely Lord Brahma, down to the ordinary ant, are under the influence of spell of illusory energy. Everyone believes in the concept of body, and all are thus submerged in the darkness of illusion. They are actually unable to understand how you live in every living entity as super soul. But you are the eternal friend and protector of all surrendered souls. Therefore, please be kind toward us and forgive all our offenses. How do you ask for forgiveness? Prabhuji, please forgive me. What is the background? How great you are that you can show your mercy. Here, Dhruv is saying, he is explaining the position of Lord Vishnu. Because you are such a great personality, I am sure that you can please forgive and forgive my offenses. So the only remedy is to surrender to Vishnu and always pray to be excused. One should depend only on the causeless mercy of the Lord for deliverance and not even slightly on one's own strength. You may think, with my strength I can recover. We have to do the service wholeheartedly and the Lord does the magic. If you really want to see that. Lord Brahma is saying, you cannot be understood by any person who is trying to know you through different process of acquiring knowledge. Just by knowledge, we cannot understand the Lord. Only when we do the service, then we understand. Yeah, this is what it says. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. Only by devotional service. And in this way, then King Indra is saying, and wives of the sacrifice, they are saying that the purpose here is that animals should not be killed unnecessarily. But it is done. So they are asking, please bring back the life of the animals. So the wives of the priest requested that the animals being brought back to life by the dance of Lord Vishnu to make a pleasing yajna. And then the sages are praying very nicely. Your activities are most wonderful. You are not even attached to the goddess of fortune. We really want Lakshmi, right? All our activities are to gain more Lakshmi. And here Vishnu, he's not so attached. And the prayers of Siddha is very nice. I like this very much. The Siddhas are praying like an elephant that has suffered in a forest fire, but can forget all its troubles by entering in a river. We see that in this Agni, elephants are running, but as soon as they find water, when they jump in, they are relieved. Similarly, O Lord, always much in the nectarian river of your transcendental pastimes, and they desire never to leave such transcendental bliss, which is as good as the pleasure merging in the absolute. So the devotees know the trick, not to burn themselves. What? They are always in Harikatha. They always are in Harikatha that they forget what happened in their home and what has happened in the world. That's how they are kind of very much absorbed, enjoying life. They always merge in the nectarian river of hearing of the pastimes of the Lord. Hearing the pastimes of the Lord is called Krishna Katha. And the wife of Dakṣa, she is saying, "Oh Lord, it is very fortunate that you have appeared in this place. I offer my respectful obeisances to you, and I request that you be pleased on this occasion. The sacrificial arena is not beautiful without you, and the comparison she is giving is just as a body without head." You know why, right? Yeah. Because when her husband lost his head, it was not beautiful. So she could very closely relate. Yes, please.
It's mentioned that the Lord is only revealed to a person who desires to reveal himself. So how is that to understood? Is it different to a person who's doing devotion, or sometimes also to the person
Are you saying the Lord gives vision to the person who
he desires to?
the Lord desires to give? Yeah. But something we should also do, right? That we deserve for it. Lord is anyway giving vision everywhere in the form of punishment also. We are not seeing it. Yeah. Yeah. So the Lord is giving it. If we are seeing that is also His mercy. If we are not seeing that is also His mercy, as you were saying. The mercy is anyway how we see it. Just like the rain falls, the rain is falling everywhere. The cow that is outside is wet, whereas the person inside the house is not wet.
Yeah.
He's thinking, I'm very, very safe.
Yeah.
But the mercy of the Lord which is falling, we just cover up ourselves with the household life.
Yeah.
That's why we don't see the mercy.
Yeah.
So the Lord is giving, we are not getting, we are not taking.
Perception.
It is a position. Yeah. Perception is still something like I can think of my own way, but fact is still the same. The mercy is coming, but I am not taking it. I am not appreciating the mercy in my life. The mercy is there. In case of Kamsa, there is mercy. In the case of Prahlad, there is mercy.
For something they also enlightenment through enlightenment, but they go back to Krishna even though they are
Yeah.
angry or
Yeah.
or-
Yeah. That's the beauty, right? And then the personified Vedas are saying, we offer our respectful blessings unto you, the Lord, the shelter of the quality of goodness, and therefore the source of all religion, austerity, and penance. For you are transcendental to all material qualities, and no one knows you or your actual situation. Exactly as you were saying, we don't know how great is the Lord. At least we know that He is great. We don't, but we cannot know how great He is. Lord Krishna has accepted. This is also towards your question. But that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, he is having so many questions and answers are here. So Lord Vishnu has accepted the superintendence of quality of goodness, which is the source of religion, knowledge, austerity, renunciation, opulence. Because of this action, peace, prosperity, knowledge, and religion can be attained. As soon as they are subject to control of other two qualities, what is that? Mode of passion and ignorance, namely passion and ignorance, their precarious conditional life becomes intolerable. Sometimes we think, hey, why this problem came only to me? I am not able to bear this anymore, it's too much. The reason is when we take shelter of mode of passion or mode of ignorance, then we get into this situation. But as long as we are in the mode of goodness, which is governed by the Lord, Lord Vishnu, then everything will go smooth. Happy. Answer your question. You can see the recording. So in this way, everyone got this great opportunity because to have the darshan that was very beautiful. They got the chance to glorify. Yeah. And then Vidyadharas are saying, dear Lord, this human form of body is meant for attaining the highest perfectional objective. But impelled by your external energy, the living entity misidentifies himself with the body. This is exactly the root cause of Dakṣa Yajña failure and all this disaster. The living entities misidentify himself with the body and with material energy, and therefore, influenced by Maya, he wants to become happy by material enjoyment. Because we are in illusion, we think that with this, whatever we like, we can be happy. He is misled and always attracted by temporary, illusory happiness. First of all, it is temporary. Second thing is, it's not real happiness, but we think that that is happiness. Because it's our hands, right? Whatever we define happiness, that is happiness. If I think that pleasing someone is happiness for me, I think that is happiness. But that's not true happiness because that is causing distress for other person. How can that be happiness? If we are both friends, if you are suffering, can I be happy? No. Similarly, if I see others are suffering because of me or not, I cannot be happy. So this is what it said. When we identify with ourselves with the body, we think that we are happy, or but that's only temporary, even if it's real. And also, it's also illusion. Maya is so strong that in spite of achieving this great boon of human form of life, we are influenced by temporary material happiness and we forget our goal of life. What is our goal of life? What is the goal of our life? We don't even want to think about it. Love of God? Okay. Any other answers? What is the goal of our life? We never thought about it. Hey, how can you ask suddenly? I never thought about it.
Be happy, spread happiness.
Be happy, spread happiness.
Satisfied.
And how to be happy? When we know what is happiness.
Yeah, like
No?
want to do what I like or talk good to people so that
But how confident are we that we are thinking properly? If I'm saying that I want to be happy because what I like to do, but how confident that whatever I'm thinking is correct? There is a chance of making mistake. Because all of us want to be happy. We think that this can become the formula for happiness, or this will be the formula for happiness. We try for some time, and after trying for some time, we think I need to compromise to be happy.
you
I
need
can't have too
somebody-
much.
You need somebody who can guide you so that you know
Yeah.
you're not wrong.
When we understand what is real happiness, then we will change our perspective. When we change our perspective, then we start appreciating that as real happiness. For example, smoking. A smoker will think that smoking is happiness. But when he understands that no, that is only leading to problems. Now it is temporary happiness, but ultimate long run, long term disaster. Then he will give it up. If he doesn't give up, who is the loser? He is the loser. That's how when we get the perspective right, that I am not this body. This is what Vidyadharas are saying. Because a lot of Vidya they have. They are telling when we know what is the real happiness, that happiness is to do with not this body but the soul. What will please the soul? If you do that, then I will be really happy, and that too not temporary, always happy. That's why we see Srila Narottam Das Thakur, coming from Bengal, who is coming from Bengal, he can proudly say, hey, he's from our place. Great person. He is a son of a millionaire. Son of a millionaire, obviously, means all comforts are there, all facilities are there. He gave up everything. How can someone give up everything unless that is very, very real happiness? We have seen so many people have given up their houses and everything and all of this. No. We see they are really happy. Why? Because they got that knowledge and they got that realization, they got that understanding what am I and what is my goal. Because we all want to be happy. Why? Because we want to set a goal. We want to set a goal and we want to do it, and as soon as I did it, I am happy. But we don't know what is that goal. That goal is changing every 2 days or 10 days or 1 year. Now we are December 30th. Next year, if we set again, we'll set a goal. That goal will change. I don't know what goal we set in the last year. The goals we keep, but goals are not real goals because those are identified as the bodily platform. That's why even if we get happiness, that will be temporary. And because it is temporary, we don't lose get the taste. Just so जब आपको गुलाब जामुन बहुत पसंद है, मैं एक ही दिया, क्या मजा आएगा? You want more गुलाब जामुन? 10 दो, 20 दो, then you really enjoy it. पता नहीं आज का मेनू क्या है? At least it will not be gulab jamun. So this is very, very, I mean, I am telling the greatness of Bhagavatam is that it has everything. And we are just going through some small glimpse of it. That our problem, or because we are hunting behind the temporary happiness, we are not turning towards real happiness. Because we are working very hard for temporary pleasure, we are not getting the real pleasure. So we need to understand who I am, first of all. And Vidyadharas are very nicely saying that people are suffering just because they are identifying themselves with body. But there are two narrative books. Yeah, as you were saying, there should be a guidance, right? There are two narrative books which especially concern the words and activities of Krishna, which is Bhagavad Gita. These are the instructions. Okay, instructions are too difficult. Yeah, very dry subject. chapter 1 बोलता है ये योगा करो, दूसरा बोलता है तीसरा योगा करो. Too many yogas ना. I never had so much faith in yoga. Read Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is a book containing topics exclusively about Krishna and his devotees. These two books are special nectar of words of Krishna. If you take shelter of these two, what is guaranteed? Permanent happiness. Now the question comes, Prabhuji, what is the guarantee? What is the guarantee? Let's take a challenge. 2023, we will read every day Bhagavatam. Who is ready? Every day. Very challenging. Every day we read Bhagavatam. And hopefully we may have Bhagavad Saptah somewhere, someday in 2023 December. Let's kind of revise to see. If it works, let's continue. Otherwise, we can stop. पैसे भी ज़्यादा पैसे तो नहीं डाल रहे नुकसान होने के लिए. सिर्फ टाइम ना हमारे पास बहुत टाइम.
How many shlokas per day?
Just one shloka per day.
Time.
Just one shloka per day.
10 to 15 minutes.
But also translation and purport. I am saying even if you read one page, I can assure that you will be getting the glimpse of what it can guarantee in life. I am telling one page, whatever may come, one shloka, half shloka, whatever, read one page. If we are even not having time for one page, read one shloka and translate. But make it every day. And I am really telling you will not stop reading only one page. You will not stop reading only one verse. You want to read more and more and more.
That's true.
Yeah. It's not that I am feeling proud of it. I'm just sharing my experience, what happened. I used to start reading, yeah, this is what I was told. Read one page. Okay, take page. Yeah. Then I started reading and then only the heart. So that's what is happening. Why? Because we all want happiness. That happiness is in Bhagavatam. I mean, Omkareshwar Prabhu can glorify this Bhagavatam better than me.
Now I'm remembering the time when I said to Prabhuji in our regular class, Prabhuji, please keep for 45 minutes because we have to do other things on Saturdays. And now even 2 hours are not enough.
And the beauty of this is we don't have to change our life system, lifestyle. For now, don't think about big changes. What we are doing, we are just adding something to our day. Whatever we are doing, just do as it is. No change. Only include Bhagavatam in our life. That will do a proper wash, plain wash, whatever wash we want. That will do everything. That will clean so that we can see things clearly. What is real happiness? Because at the moment, because we are not so purified, we think that this is what is real happiness. That's why we go to him, he will cheat me. I go to him, he will cheat me. I go to Harsh, he will cheat me. Everyone cheating, na bolte hai, jana hi nahi kahin. Yeah, this is what Bhagavatam is said. Nirmatsaranam. If we take to Bhagavatam, why? It will change life because it is the purest form of wisdom. Why? Because these are the words Uttama Shloka, glorification of the Lord. Every verse is glorifying Lord. I mean, we may feel, itna glorify, I'm tired, let me go to Katha. Next kya aane wala hai? No. Glorification has so much juice. Why? Because we have secrets of our problems. In this glorification, we understand that, hey, I made a mistake. I thought this body is main. In this glorification, we understand, oh Lord, it's not this body. It's the transcendental body of you that I should serve. The International Society of Krishna Consciousness is operating for this purpose. We do not ask anyone to first change his position and then come to us. No. Instead, we invite everyone to come with us and simply chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Because we know that if one simply chants and hears the topics of Krishna, one's life will change. He will see a new light and his life will be successful. So these are not my words. I don't have to convince. These are the words of great persons who have very thoroughly transformed that mercy into our life. And the Brahmana said, "Dear Lord, you are the sacrifice personified. You are the offering of clarified butter." They said that who is Lord Vishnu? Bhoktaram Yajña Tapasam. So that reference is given further here. Since everything is manifestation of his energy, it is to be understood that everything is Krishna. One simply has to accept everything in Krishna consciousness and he is liberated person. How can we be happy when we are liberated? When we are conditioned, how can we be happy? As soon as I want to dance, is that better? Will I be happy? I want to be free. How can we be free? Then we know how to behave. That is what Bhagavat teaches. A neophyte devotee who simply engages in worship of the deity is understood to be in direct touch with the purport of Vedic knowledge. So we don't have to think like, oh, पहले पूरा पढ़ना है, एकदम पढ़ना है, पूरा समझना है, एकदम समझने के बाद ही मैं भक्ति करूँगा. One can do that. Yesterday I was saying that there is a long cut and a short cut. Because my life is not so long that I want to read all the purports and brain strain. Better shortcut. Bhakti karo. Just by doing bhakti, even without knowing, also still it has such a great potency that one can attain the best form of result. The Brahmana priests were very hopeful that their sacrifice would be carried out without obstacles now that Lord Vishnu is present. There is a saying that when Krishna protects someone, we all know what happens. No one can kill him. I think you would have heard, right? When Krishna wants to protect someone, no one can kill him. What is the example of this?
Gajendra.
All. So many, right? And when Krishna wants to punish, no one can escape.
Rakhi Krishna Mare Krishna Rakhi Kaun.
राखी होड़ी मारे के
वो बंगाली version है. This is English version. I know English. So, but that's what we see that Ravana, he did great tapasya. He did great tapasya that he got that goal. We can't even imagine a dream. Or we take Yajña who has asked that one that we need so much training. सोचो भगवान प्रकट होते हैं तो इतना वरदान कैसे पूछ सकते हैं? They got such a great boon, but still, if Lord decides, no one can protect. So that's why the sages, they are very happy now. There will be no obstacles in the Yajña because when Vishnu is pleased, he will protect. That is the guarantee. And in this way, Maitreya continued. Lord Vishnu is actually the enjoyer of results of all sacrifices. Yet, because of his being the super soul of all living entities, he was satisfied simply with his share. The Lord is showing us a role model. Don't be so much greedy that sabko mujhe hi chahiye sab. Lord Vishnu, what is he doing? Though in the fire sacrifice he was present, he enabled that all the demigods also got their share. He indicated that he was not satisfied with Dakṣa trying to deny Lord Shiva his share. Lord Vishnu didn't come the previous sacrifice. Why? Because he saw that Shiva was not, he was being denied. And now we understand the glories of Vaishnava. For a Vaishnava, there is no possibility of offending any demigod. Why? The question may come, why are you offending Lord Shiva? No. Why? Here. Although Vaishnavas accept Lord Vishnu the Supreme, they are not prone to offend demigods. They give the demigods proper respect. Vaishnavas accept Lord Shiva as the best Vaishnava. For a Vaishnava, there is no possibility of offending. And the demigods are also pleased with Vaishnava. It's not like, okay, if I don't respect them. Here we say that they glorify, the demigods appreciate the Vaishnava, right? Because they are doing what? The best thing. They are faultless devotees of Lord Vishnu. That's why. And Lord Vishnu replied, Brahma, Lord Shiva, and I are supreme cause of material manifestation. I am the super soul, self-sufficient witness, but impersonally there is no difference between Brahma, Lord Shiva, and me. There was no Brahma. I mean, Prabhupada is explaining. There was no Brahma or Shiva before when Vishnu was there. Similarly, Shankaracharya confirms Narayana, Para. Narayana or Lord Vishnu is the origin, and Brahma and Shiva are manifested after creation. And then Lord Vishnu is also Atmeshwar, the super soul in everyone. Under his direction, everything is prompted from within. And this purpose are giving us understanding of the greatness of Lord Vishnu. Simultaneously, you give me a chance for 4 verses. I hope that may answer your questions. Of course, there will be still questions. Simultaneously, everything is different and the same. Did it answer your question already?
Maybe not. I don't know. I'm confused.
So then your question.
Okay, thank you. I don't know if I heard it correctly. It was said that after Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva is manifested. Isn't that I mean, including Shiva and including all the jivas, we are always there. I mean, it's not like a time that we were born, rather. So what's the meaning of manifestation?
We're talking about manifested, right?
What's the meaning?
Manifesting. Something is unmanifested, something is manifested.
Yes.
I think that will come, I think, at next 4 verses. So in a way that the Prabhupada mentions that all the jivas are also expansions of the Lord. But what form? It's a jiva tattva. To tell that we are not free, we are not independent, we are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Similarly, Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma was part and parcel of Lord's creation. And how they manifested, I will share some links which will give the different levels of Lord Shiva's manifestation. Yeah, in the spiritual world, in the material world, and what is permanent and what is temporary. So all those things are there. I think this is what you are also asking, right?
Yes, Sadashiva.
Yeah. I think we are finishing in 10 minutes. So we are very close. See, everyone is relieved. That is what we think happiness is.
This is the Asya process.
Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are qualitative incarnations of Vishnu as Gunavatas. Quality is Guna. And Vishnu with them accepts control of the quality of goodness. Therefore, he is also a qualitative incarnation like Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. Actually, the different names exist for different directions, isn't it? Otherwise, the origin is what? One.
Yeah.
You put a dot here.
Yeah.
If you go this way, it's one, east. You go this way, it's west. But where is it coming? Because you have put this as a reference. Actually, the different names exist for different directions. Otherwise, the origin is one only. So that is what we usually call source, reference. Yeah, but usually we don't say center as a direction, right? And yeah, I'll also give further information. If I read this, it will definitely confuse. Have you finished 6th chapter already? This?
It's going on, Prabhuji.
It's going on.
Yeah, currently, I think we have done around 12 or 15 chapters. Still.
Then 60 already covered.
Yeah, 6th chapter, no?
Yeah.
There is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually, yeah.
Prashant?
No, come on, you get you are not allowed to go. You only have permission to come. Going only we have to give you.
Actually, Prabhuji, in the sixth chapter, we have so many questions. Actually, it's not like who is coming from whom, and it's too much. Ambika was asking to get a special lecture on this topic.
So if someone wants to get confused, read sixth chapter. It's very nice. I like it.
Sixth and seventh chapter.
Yes, 7 is long, 6 is a glimpse. Okay.
Everyone is coming, Vasudeva then can expand on this and then.
After knowing all this, we understand why did we want to know so much.
Yes, and then
At a high level, I can tell that the Lord expands in different ways. And one is Swayam Rupa.
And Prabhuji, one question that there is mentioned that Krishna, both Krishna, one Krishna is coming from Vasudeva, and but this Krishna is not the original Krishna, who is living in Golokana.
Yeah.
It's totally confusing.
That's why I like to read so much. See, this is our problem. We want to know more. After we know more, we get lost. Oh, इतना है, बेटा नहीं चाहिए. Krishna बस है, दो Krishna कहाँ handle करेंगे?
I promise to Ambika, I make a mind map for this whole chapter. Who is coming with us? But I think it is not possible. Yeah.
But of course, this detail of mentioning what kind of incarnation is not mentioned, but the whole hierarchy is there.
But also with the two Krishnas.
Yes. You want to know? So, anyway, at a high level, as the opportunity came and just telling, there are 3 kinds of expansions, at least at a high level. Now, if you go into how difficult is permutation combination, that is high level, Swayam Rupa. So, the Lord, whom we know like, okay, the Lord holds a flute, he has a peacock feather, and all these details that fits. So, Swayam Rupa is the original personality of Godhead, who has all the qualities, all the features, all the pastimes to the best. Now, the Swayam Rupa, then there is also next, which is called Tat Ekatma, which means it is the same soul. You may have heard in Ramayana, Ram, Bharat, Lakshman, Shatrugna, sab ek hi atma hai, lekin both there. Now we try to understand what is it coming from. So, and again in Tat, just to have more interest, in the Tat Ekatma in expansion, there is also which is called Vilasa, Vilasa expansion. And then there is also, what is it? Amsha, Samsha. Samsha and Vilasa, right? Don't get confused. We just started now. And again in Vilasa there are 2 classes, which is called Prabhava and Vaibhava. And again now, this Prabhava can manifest in a Samsha, that was there now. In that way you can have the Lord expansion in so many ways. And this can lead to what is called Vasudeva expansion, Narayana expansion, Saptah expansion, all these things, and from where who is coming, how to decide what kind of incarnation is what. So much depth is there. And then when we talk about your question, when we talk about we just take example of Narayana and Vasudeva, just to understand. One is Swamsha, which means the Lord incarnated, expanded, in where the qualities and features are almost same, but the potency is less. Which means sometimes बोलते भगवान भूमंडल में आया तो पावर गया, पावर नहीं रहता, पावर पूरा रहता है. कितना मैनिफेस्ट होता है उसके हिसाब से डिसाइड करते हैं भगवान किस तरह का अवतार लिए. Is it a Vaibhava or is it a Prabhava or is it a Swamsha? Yeah, all this Kurmavada, Matsyavada, or Leela-avada, all this. So if you just want to know about Lord, how he expanded itself becomes too much. Yeah, one can really, and already, Ambika Mataji already took that path of understanding, decoding. She already shared how easy it is. Huh? You are a PhD, right? You can do the PhD in this also. It's so nice.
It is more complicated.
Yeah. So Lord continued, one who does not consider Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva or the living entities, even we belong, in general to be separate from the Supreme, and who knows Brahman actually realizes peace, others do not. Okay. If you want peace, again, not only happiness, peace chahiye humko, we need to understand one who does not consider Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, all living entities in general to be separate from the Supreme. So as long as we think that I am independent, I can do whatever I want. I am atheist, I don't care about Lord. He can never be happy. He can never be peaceful. As soon as I understand that I am connected to the Lord, as soon as I understand that I am servant of the Lord, then our future, our fortune turns towards peace. Jab peace aata hai, automatic happiness aa jata hai. Because we don't have peace, we don't get experience happiness. Okay, but do we want to know what happened after all? This is only glorification, right? If you really want to know what happened afterwards, is Dakṣa completed his sacrifice. Dakṣa worshipped Vishnu. Thus being instructed, Dakṣa first worshipped Vishnu, then separately worshipped Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. Dakṣa, he worshipped Shiva with his share. Now he knows that he has to give the share. After worshipping other demigods by concluding rites, he bathed along with the priests, and then demigods departed. And then what happened to Sati? She is reborn as Parvati Devi, daughter of Himalaya.
I mean, after that, Yajña, immediately.
Not of the Yajña, I mean, just to give us know what has completely happened. Sati married Shiva again. Why? Because Ekagatin. Sati has no other goal except her husband. Oh, so such a nice message. So nice. Why should have Ekagatin? As her one goal and as her beloved husband. And what is the Praman now about this whole Katha? Maitreya Rishi is saying, I heard this story from Buddha. And who wants to know the Falastuti? This is the last, after 7 days of constant hearing and narrating of this pastime with devotion destroys all his sins. This is the Praman that now all our sins are here. In order that everyone gets this result, that's the reason I have also narrated from the day one. That's why it took a little long time. Please forgive me. Yes. And from the reference of Shiva Purana also, it is mentioned the same. When the results now, it is same. Lord, in Shiva Purana also, we see that one who is hearing this wonderful pastime, they will be bereft of all the sins. Yes, sir. Now you can glorify me.
Just on a light note, sin will be taken care of only this lifetime or pura?
All means all in all.
Pura.
We should not become like we should not become like mad elephants. That now I have cleansed myself bathing in the river, but after coming out, if I put all the mud on me, again I'm unclean. So to have this, because all of us, it's nice, right? All the sins are gone. Here we have two options. Either we do Nitya Bhagavat Sevaya, every day read, so that we come and clean all the sins. And second thing is chant. But the chanting process, even if Katha is not there going on, we are also purified. Because our propensity of committing sin is purified. At the moment, what is the problem? The elephant is again going and bathing in the dust or the sand. If we behave well, if we become obedient because of the guidance of this fourth canto, then we will not have a problem. So, this is a wonderful means through which we can maintain sinless life. That's right. Grandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Prabhupada ki Jai. Prabhu ki Jai. Shankar Mahadev ji ki Jai. Dev Goswami ki Jai. Sutta Goswami ki Jai. Vyasadev ki Jai. Brahma ji ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Ramveda Bhaktivinoda ki Jai. All those who assembly devotees. All those assembly devotees. All those assembly devotees. Hare Krishna. All those assembly devotees. Hare Krishna. All those all those. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for very patiently listening for so many hours. Yeah. All credit goes to the wonderful purpose that's provided by His Divine Grace, His Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got such a taste for Bhagavat. And so I'm so much indebted, and whatever you have been feeling so great, it's not because of, as you said, it's not a Swami ki Jai. It's Prabhupada ki Jai.
Yes, what's the next, dear host? Prabhuji will have a Narsimha Pranam until the kids prepare for the children theatre.
You have a photo?
Yes.